Welcome to Weeping Willow Homestead. Today I have a food pantry haul for you. This is our local small town church run food pantry. They are open twice a month, so every 2 to 3 weeks. And they're just open for that day. But they're open from like morning until early afternoon. And during that time, you can come in and shop both of those days. And it is one that you get to shop at. So you get to pick and choose what you want, which is awesome because it allows us to choose things that I know that our family will use and pass on things that we won't use. And especially my kids like weird stuff. They'll eat weird things compared to others. So a lot of times they'll give us the seaweed or the crunchy chickpeas or, whatever that maybe other people wouldn't eat, that we'll go ahead and pick that because I know my kids will eat it. So the way that this works is you get a shopping cart, just like a Walmart shopping cart, and you walk through and you say there's a shelf of cereals. You get to pick 2 cereals. There might be a shelf of, like there were 3 shelves of chips and you got to pick 1 thing of chips off of each shelf, that kind of thing. They also usually have a shelf of items that are expired, and it is a take as much as you want. So if you think that your family will eat 9 bags of tortilla chips and they have them, you are allowed to take 9 bags of tortilla chips. So once again, it's nice because you can take the things that you know that you'll use and pass on the things that you won't. So, all right, let's jump in and see what we were blessed with today. This first round is the cold pantry drinks, and then the rest of it is all snacky junk food stuff mostly. So let's look at this. First thing is 3 frozen pizzas, which is awesome. We have pizza for dinner every Friday night, and so this will be a night that I don't have to make the pizzas for dinner. So there are 2 meat and 1 cheese, and these things are heavy. Like, they are dense. I don't know what's on there or in them, but well, I mean, a laundry list of ingredients. Definitely not the healthiest food in the world, but Then there is a package with 2 frozen chicken breasts, a 2-pound roll of I would assume locally sourced venison, which is deer meat, if you don't know. There are several of these organic popsicles, and my kids liked these. They were kind of similar to the push-up squeeze popsicles that are just essentially like Kool-Aid water in tubes. So they're that, only slightly healthier. A thing of frozen strawberries, which I was super excited to see, and a thing of half and half, which I have a million and 2 uses for, one of which is not coffee. I know that's what most people use it for, but I use half and half or heavy whipping cream in like soups, casseroles, that kind of thing. So hang on just a second. Sorry, kid interruption. I have 5 kids, so I'm in the kitchen. This is the epicenter of our house. All right, a box of macaroni and cheese, which just makes for a nice lunch, quick and easy lunch. Some of these crisp or crunchy chickpeas Bombay spice. We're going to try them. I don't know whether Bombay spice is going to be spicy at all. If it is, then these might end up being fed to our chickens, and I have no qualms about this. This was the last one, and she said nobody else was taking it. It's been sitting on the shelf for like 3 weeks, so I will take it, and if my kids don't like it, then we will, like I said, feed it to chickens. They make it into eggs, and everybody's happy. A thing of instant mashed potatoes. Once again, a nice, quick, and easy side. Some pesto. We all like pesto in our house and use it for different things. That right there would be a lovely combination. Some creamy peanut butter. Some canned pineapple and some canned sliced peaches. A thing of turkey gravy. 2 things of peanut butter chips, and then 1 thing of dark chocolate chips. 2 packages of squeezy yogurts, and I just realized I completely skipped this whole section. 2 packages of squeezy yogurts, so let's back up there. A container of strawberries, and yes, we have already hit those. 2 containers of blackberries, and yes, we have hit those. I got home right at lunchtime. It is now 1:20, so I left at 11. Got there at 11 and left out at like 12:45. So I got home and made lunch. So 2 avocados, which I was super excited to see because I love avocados. 3 things of cranberry juice cocktail for the kiddos to drink whenever. 2 packs of these snack packs of, it is salami, pretzels and chocolate chips. And yes, there's another kid behind me putting up their plate from lunch. So those my kids have been enjoying those for a snack. And then a thing of strawberry banana yogurt for a snack for a kiddo. All right, I left off up there a thing of orzo. This is actually a pasta. It looks like rice, but it's a pasta, and it's really good. Boil it in broth instead of just plain water, and it's a delicious side that way. It gets very creamy, kind of like a risotto. 2 things of the red lentil spaghetti. These are really good. I'm like impressed with the texture and all of that for being a gluten-free pasta. Those are pretty good. Drinks. She talked me into this. This is a mushroom coffee. I really like coffee, but coffee really doesn't like me. Even the decaf kind, my body just does not respond well to, because even decaf technically has some caffeine in it. This is caffeine free, and it's made with mushrooms. So I'm going to try it. I'm not a huge dark roast fan, but I can add enough, half and half or creamers or something to it to make it maybe slightly tastier. Some espresso shots for my husband, some sweet Italian cream, maybe to do with that. I'll have to be careful with that on the sugar content. And then some honey sticks. These have been nice just to keep in my purse for a sweet treat for the kiddos without being like candy in my purse, that kind of thing. We've also been taking them. Our church has like a coffee and tea bar, and so I've been taking them with us. And then my girly, my biggest girl, 14, she likes to make herself a cup of hot tea to drink during church, and so she puts a honey stick in hers. So 3 things of these Frappuccino coffees that my husband will enjoy. 4 Perrier, I think is how that's pronounced, sparkling water. I think they're sparkling water, right? Yeah, carbonated mineral water. 4 of these Propel in. There's 1 watermelon, 1 black cherry, and then 2 peach. And then a whole case of the lemon. And there are 12 bottles of that. So, yay. Like I said, I made lunch and we've already hit those, and I have already eaten a strawberry, and I probably will eat a couple of blackberries because yum. But all right, that is round 1. I will put these things away, and I'll be right back with round 2. All right, round 2, mostly junk food. All right, so up here we have 10 of these cinnamon toaster cereals. I thought these would be nice for snacks for kids, but then also if we do like backyard camping, that would be a quick and easy breakfast option. There is another thing of these Cocoa Brownie Blitz, Dave's Killer Bread, that they tried before and liked. A thing of Flaming Hot Beef Jerky. 2 things of honey roasted pistachios that will probably go with my husband. These I thought would be nice. They had a bunch of like just individual snacky things. They're like individual trail mix, and so I thought these would be nice for we take a bag of snack stuff for after church on the ride home from church. We have a 35-ish minute drive to church, and it makes it to where usually we don't get home until 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So a snack on the way home from church, and then we eat lunch when we get home from church. So those will probably go in that bag as a nice something for them to have snacky wise. Everything else will probably just go into what we call our snack box, which is just a basket in the pantry for any snacky type items to go into. All right, 3 different flavors of Nutri-Grain bars, 2 Lara bars. These are expired, so they were take as much as you want. She gave us 1 for each member of our household. Yum. Those might all end up just disappearing into my mouth over the course of the next 6 months. There are 4 or more. There might be some in this bag up here of these little mini kind bars. Those would be great for that church snack bag, something small. I don't want to fill them up with a snack on the way home. It's just to hold them over until we get home out of church clothes and get lunch done. A caramel and cashew protein bar, a blueberry fig bar, a 6-pack of Oreos, 2 Score, I believe is how that's pronounced. I think this is similar to a Heath bar. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I might end up like crunching this up and putting it as a ice cream topper for kids. There are a pack of 4 of the little fruit bars, kind of like fruit leather. Those will probably go in that church snack bag. Some Hue chocolate. If you've never had these are so good. I have not found a Hue bar that I did not like. They are expensive though. I think they're like $6 to $8 a bar. So not something that I buy, but when I see them. So these are chocolate covered hunks, cashews and vanilla beans. Yum. And then 2 of the cashew and raspberry dark chocolate, and then 1 of the almond butter and puffed quinoa dark chocolate. So those are Mom's. A thing of Reese cups for the kids. This bag is full of, oh, see, there is one more of those, of just randomness. There's some high chews. There's a bunch of little candy bars. There's like some fruit candies, some chewy fruit candies, some Airheads, some Hershey Kisses. What is that one? Ooh, it's pretty. I wonder if it's dark chocolate. I don't know. I'll have to look at that one. Some crackles. I think there was some Starburst in there. It's just a little bit of everything. There were several boxes, and she just kept throwing handfuls of stuff in there. So we have a basket that we keep in the pantry that is all candy, and it's anytime, whenever the kids have lunch, they get to pick 1 piece of candy to have with lunch as a sweet treat. So that's what that will go toward. This bag is full of these veggie puffs, and there's different flavors of them. There's also some regular potato chips in there, but that's mostly what it is those 3 kinds of chips. They just had a bunch of them. She said she had boxes and boxes of them. She gave me a whole bag. Non-food items, they still have a bunch of things that CVS has donated that are expired or close to expiring. So I picked up a couple of vitamin C, some turmeric, or turmeric, depending on where you're from, some Gummy Stars Hairtamin. So we're going to try those. I lost a lot of hair when we had COVID and through like stomach illnesses and those kind of things. So my hair is growing back. I have long hair, like almost down to me bum. So it's just kind of thin right now. So I'm trying to get it healthy again. The same kind of goes with this collagen. I'm getting older. My joints are needing some help, so I thought I would grab that. This is a leave-in hair mask that I thought, okay, well, if we can help what hair I do have to look nice. I mean, it does. It's just, yeah. And this doesn't smell horrible. I have an issue with, like, smelly things, and this one's not bad, so we'll try it. Some occasional de-bloat probiotic. I thought, hey, I have that issue, so let's go with that. And then some electrolyte packets. These are just nice for this summer. I drink big, hang on just a second. This monstrosity is my water jug. My husband got it for free from work. It's huge, and I drink at least one of these a day. So during the summer, especially if we're out doing a lot of gardening work, yard work, or those kind of things, having an electrolyte to put in there is awesome. So that's what we have been using those for, is when I need to replenish some fluids. We're doing that. 3 bread items. We picked out a loaf of, I like this thin sliced bread because it makes not quite so overwhelming of a sandwich for little kids. This I had picked up before, and we have used it a couple of times now to make French toast casserole. So you mix up an egg and milk mixture, some vanilla, cinnamon, that kind of thing. You put these in like a 9x13 inch pan, and then pour that milk mixture over top of it and let it soak overnight, and then bake it the next day, and it worked out great. So that worked just fine. We'll do that again. I got hamburger buns and then some more chips. This was that 3 shelves, pick 1 off of each shelf. So I did some salt and vinegar pork rinds for me, some barbecue, Siete brand. If you have to do really clean ingredients, Siete is a good one. They generally are like, that's all the ingredients. Normally, if you had barbecue potato chips, it'd be a mile long, like those pizzas earlier. Instead, it's actual readable ingredients. Sorry, I'm a little shaky. And then here, there's the laundry. The list of ingredients aren't that bad, but these are also a favorite in our household. So And then these were on that shelf of take as much as you want because they were expired. So they did have a limit of 3, so I took the 3 of those because my kids really like Pringles, but it's not something that I purchase because they are by far not the cheapest to buy if you're buying potato chips. So I just never buy them. So when I see them at the food pantry, my kids are always like, yes, please pick those up. So I did. All right, so that is everything. Oh, I was going to say, I did try these. They are a little spicy. Not bad, just a little bit. I like the flavor of them. We'll have to see whether the kids do or not because they're an Indian spice. It's probably going to be hit and miss. Oh, here's the other thing. While I was sitting, I made an entire hat. Almost an entire hat. I have like one more row to do. So there you go. That's what I did while I sit and talk to people and, wait my turn. So I don't sit and do nothing. I be productive, but a couple hours of sitting and I can get a hat done. So, all right, that is everything. I'm going to put these things away. I'm going to open that and find out what it is. I wonder if it's like just a Valentine's Day one. I'm trying to see what the tag says on it. Hang on. Okay, in case anyone cares, it says melt away, and it's like milk chocolate with like ganache inside. It's good. Tastes like a Hershey Kiss. So there you go. If you see one of those with the fancy wrapper, they're tasty. I don't know that there's another one. Okay. So anyway, all right. If you need help, please seek it out. There will be a link in the show notes of how to find a food pantry in your area. If you need help because you had an unexpected bill come up and you just need 1 week or 1 month of help, go seek it out. If you are a full-time college student who is working and trying to make ends meet and just not quite getting there, go seek out help. If you unexpectedly lost your spouse to death or divorce or a job loss or whatever, that was us, go seek out help. If you are a single mom, single dad, if you are 2 working parents in the household, you guys have 3 jobs between the 2 of you, you are doing everything you can to make ends meet, you're growing a giant garden, and you make your kids clothes, and you're doing all the things, and it's still, you just can't quite make it in this stupid, crazy economy, go seek out the food pantry because 90% of this was destined for the trash. That's what most of this is it's things that are expired or close to expiring and things that were overstocked, things that were headed for the trash. So you're keeping food out of the trash while also helping support your family. Go. That's what they're there for. They want to love on you. I had to humble myself big time. I cried the entire way to the food pantry that first time because I was so embarrassed to have to go to the food pantry. And then I cried the entire way home because they made me feel loved and recognize the fact that I was not a bad mom, that I was not a bad human being for not being able to make ends meet through job loss and health issues and the crazy prices on everything and everything just being so much more expensive than it used to be. I mean, it really is like 40% more expensive. Everybody is saying across the board, groceries are 40% more expensive than they were 3 years ago. So, yeah. All right. So if you need help, I'm giving you permission. I'm telling you, hey, go get some help. It's going to be all right. So, all right. Thank you so much for watching this. I truly hope you guys have a great day. Goodbye and God bless.